how it works.
Do you understand the volcano?
It's a complex geological process. It was formed millions of years ago, before man.
My people, we are not afraid of the volcano.
That morning I didn't want to go to the festival. Willem tried to calm me. The market opening would be a joyous occasion. I was convinced that something dreadful was going to happen.
And secure the warehouses, march the arsenal and Visserine telegraph office. I want the line open to Batavia, is that clear?
Yes, sir! I need a detachment in the town and on the coast road. Now go,
Get him, please!
Go! Now,
I can have him ready in half an hour.
Joanna, we're not leaving.
What?
It's my duty. I have to stay here. If the natives see us leaving, they'll riot. Now take the children back to the house.
The house is not safe!
The volcano's 25 miles away. Now please! I know what I'm doing!
Go home.
By now, the volcano was in full eruption. Every second, almost 1 million cubic meters of ash, rock and pumice were being forced out of the vent, crashing down the mountainside. This avalanche had an extraordinary effect on the sea. It caused unpredictable swells and rapid tidal movements. The volcano was about to claim its first victims.
Pergi ke arah Bukit Bekau. Aku akan terus kamu bila aku boleh. Kamu mesti jadi mama kamu. Kamu semua faham?
Bagaimana kamu hendak mencuri kita nanti?
Aku akan cari kamu semua sekarang pagi.
Aku tak boleh meninggalkan kamu.
Karin, saya pastikan yang keluarga aku selamat. Bukan untukku, untuk mereka.
Ayo! Ayo pergi! Ayo!
Put me in prison. Okay. Now let me go. What's the magic word, please? No.
Upstairs and find somewhere safe. Quickly, move!
Which one?
Leave the door! Quickly, go into the bedroom.
What are we doing, Mama?
Hide! Hide! I said get in the cupboard now! In the cupboard now!
Yati?
Joanna? 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 Joanna! Joanna! Peter! 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 Oh, come here. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God.
On the day of the eruption, the geography of the area would determine who would live and die. At the center of the Sunda Straits, Krakatau was within 30 miles of land in all directions. The first tsunami produced by the volcano had headed north, where it destroyed Katimbang, killing thousands. The steamship Loudon and the Fourth Point Lighthouse were untouched in the south, as was I in Buitzenborg, 60 miles inland. We were safe, for the time being.
Sumatra Geological Survey, 1850, volumes 3 and 4. Laos Principles of Geology, Werner's Classification, Scrope on Extinct Volcanoes.
Coffee! We'll need some coffee!
It's going to be a long night. How could I have been so stupid? The answer's right in front of us, look. Why didn't I see this at the time? Look at the profiles. Steep here and shallow down into the centre. You see? What does that tell you?
A single common source of rock inside the...
Inside the caldera. Exactly, the caldera, singular. These aren't 3 different volcanoes. It's one. One volcano. All fed by one reservoir of magma.
But that's immense.
And I told them they were safe.
Excuse me, Tuan.
Who's this? A girl. I can see that, Sherman. We're busy. Get rid of it.
What do you want?
The mountain.
What about it?
It's done this before.
In less than an hour, the column of ash was 30 miles high, fanning out in all directions. Soon it would engulf both land and sea.
Kami perlu ke Semiluk. Cepat, cepat. How long will it take to get to the hill farm?
On foot? 5 hours, maybe more.
Soon it will be impossible to breathe here. We must get to higher ground.
Come on, children. Cepat, cepat.
Duchess! Duchess! Is he gonna die, Papa? Is he gonna die? He's still breathing. I don't want him to die.
I'm sorry.
You can't! Let go!
Useless. Compass won't work in this.
They think it's evil spirits, sir, trying to sink the ship.
This ash keeps falling over the sea. Where the hell are you going? Come on, get up! I want these decks kept clear. Rotating teams working bow to stern, you understand?
Yes, one.
Over the side! Sailors that survived the eruption reported a strange glowing. Gases and ash mixed, creating violent electrical discharge. The lightning is dangerous. But ash is a far worse threat. Just a foot of ash is heavy enough to destabilize a ship. At 5 p.m., the Bering family headed towards the hills to the northeast, away from the spreading ash cloud. Joanna recorded the following account.
The journey was one I would hope never to go through again. We were unable to take the road and were forced to walk. First up a coastal track and then through a wood with no path.
I need to rest a bit.
Behind us was a continuous, terrible roaring, as if the sea was still trying to catch us.
Where are we going? Peter, I told you to the hill farm. I don't remember.
Peter, I'm sorry. Come and rest.
I should go back and help with the evacuation. The muster relief from Tenok-Betong, battalion of the 7th billeted there to deal with the insurgents. It'll take 3 days.
Look around you. If Van Sandik's men stayed, they're already dead. And you will die too if you return.
These people, they understand. Go on, Peter. Jump. That's a good boy. Let's go.
There are many stories about the mountain, about how the spirit of the mountain broke the land into pieces and sunk into the sea, and it was reborn out of the sea, and some people say how it will come again, to destroy.
I've got it. The Javanese Book of Kings.
The Staka Rajapura. It is our history.
It was only published in Dutch a few years ago. This chap, Rangawa Sita, collected all the folklore. I picked it up in Batavia. I thought it might be interesting. Listen to this. The year 416. At last, with a tremendous roar, the mountain burst into pieces and sunk into the depths of the earth.
And the next verse.
The water of the sea rose and flooded the land.
Pass me the map. If I'm right and history is repeating itself, then an eruption of this magnitude will generate a wave that... it will engulf this entire coastline. May God have mercy on their souls. I had thought that 30 miles of ocean would protect us from Krakatau. But what we had seen so far was just the beginning.
Can't survive this.
Now I need everyone to go below. What? Why on earth should we do that, Captain? Because the ash is unbalancing the ship. It's making her top heavy. So what does this mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that if I can't lower her center of gravity, she'll capsize. You mean we are going to be human barrels? Along with the coolies? It's for the good of everyone on board. I wouldn't do it. I won't be packed in there with feasts. I can distribute the weight in one of two ways, sir. Below or overboard. It's your choice. Oh, for God's sake, you're not going to do this, are you? Come on! Down the hole! Very hard, you're coming down there. Watch your step down there! What are you doing here, miss?
What can I do to help?
You get below with all the others.
I don't want to hide. I want to do something.
What's your name, miss?
Elizabeth.
Well, Elizabeth, you can help me by being strong. You understand? Because if you are, they will be.
You saved my life. Thank you. Your family, your wife and children, where are they?
They went into the hailstorm with the others.
I must miss them very much. Earlier at the house, I thought I'd never see them again.
At 8:30 p.m. The Loudon had now been at sea for more than 12 hours. Around it, the ash was sucking moisture from the air.